Hello, everybody. I hope you all are doing great. We are here yet with another video that is going to help you all understand the new changes that have happened in the SBL from this quarter and onwards. So, we all know that there are so many changes that have happened with the SBL questions. The way the approach is going to be this time, the pre-seen material which is out on 22nd of August, and how we are going to tackle it, what is the way we are going to manage our time, and what are the key changes which one needs to know. Right? So let's get started. So there are three major key changes that have happened in this quarter and onwards. We are going to talk about three things now. The first change is duration. The second is format. And the third one is a pre-seen approach. So let's start with the duration. This quarter and onwards from the SBL papers, you will only have 3 hours 15 minutes. The reason being, they are going to give you a pre-seen material 2 weeks prior your exam, and in that pre-seen, there will be two types of information that will be given to you. One with respect to the industry and another with respect to the organization structure. So you will have information about the organization structure and the industry in which this organization operates. This will bring down a lot of your burden. You will be able to give yourself some time to basically have an idea as to what the organization is doing and what is the industry in which this organization is operating. And this will save you a lot of time. Hence, now your time is reduced to 3 hours 15 minutes. So in the exam, you will be provided with the range of exhibits. Now that we know that in the SBL paper, there are going to be exhibits with respect to the financial information, media sources, presentation slides, etc. So that will still be the same. However, there is a hope and expectation which says that the number of exhibit is going to be significantly reduced. So before the exhibits would have been 6, 7 or 8, we are hoping now that the exhibits will be now significantly reduced to 4 or 5 or 6. Okay, not more than that. So this is one major change that has happened again with respect to the duration. The pre-seen material which you have got, will you be taking a printout of that and carrying it to your exam hall? No, you're not allowed to do so. However, the pre-seen will be made available to you inside your exam in a small bar which will be given on the left-hand side. Let's now move on to the format, which is the second change. The SBL exam is going to be an integrated case study, like we all know, that which will have 3 compulsory tasks this time. Now we have only 3 compulsory tasks. Even allocation of marks have been now changed. You have 80 marks for your technical skills and 20 marks allotted to your professional skills. In professional skills, what do we know? We know that there are 5 professional skills, right? Commercial acumen, communication, analysis, skepticism, and evaluation. Now, all these 5 will be tested for 4 marks each. That will make it 20 marks. So, you have 4 marks, 5 different skills being tested. When you multiply, you have 20 marks for that. And the balance 80 marks is going to be for your technical skills. Now, let's throw some more light on your compulsory tasks. There are going to be 3 compulsory tasks. Here is a major change that has happened in this quarter and onwards. Anymore, all the 3 tasks will not be appearing on the same page. SBL exam is no longer going to be a one-word document, single requirement case. It is going to be different. Let me explain you how. Now, your tasks are not going to appear in the single page. Task 1 will appear in one entire page. You click the button next to move to the task number 2. You click the button next to move to the task number 3. And each task will be answered in a separate Word document. For example, let's talk about task 1. So task 1 will appear in front of you, right? You will have one Word document, a spreadsheet and a presentation slide to answer that one entire compulsory task. When you move to the next one, when you click on the next and move to the second task, again you will have another blank Word document, a blank spreadsheet and another blank presentation slide depending on what question they ask you. Before, everything used to be answered in one entire single word document. And now this change has been made. So each task will be answered in a separate sheet of paper, that is a separate Word document or a spreadsheet or a presentation slide. So when you go to the next one, you again follow the same process. So this is one major change that has happened this time. Now that we know that it will no longer be possible to view all the tasks together, and these 3 compulsory tasks which are given will have varying marks and varying parts inside each compulsory task. Let's move on to the third change that has happened, that is your pre-seen approach and case study. First question here is, where do I access my pre-seen material from? So you can access your pre-seen material from the ACCA exam site. Go to your exam planner. Click on the SBL booked exam details within your plan. Click on the download link for the pre-seen information. SBL pre-seen information must be downloaded from exam planner. Do not access this document from any other source. So very clearly, please remember, do not download your pre-seen material from any Telegram channel or WhatsApp or any kind of forward. Please use this information rightly. Download it from the right source. Now let's understand what not to do with the pre-seen information. The don'ts are really important. Please do not do extensive research on the pre-seen information that has been given. So you need not carry any additional research or extensive research on the pre-seen information. Second, please do not speculate the areas which could be examined using the pre-seen information. Please do not use question spotting techniques on your pre-seen information. That will not work. Do not read your pre-seen information just before the exam. Okay. On the other hand, do not extensively research and study on the pre-seen information so much that you are sacrificing your time to actually revise when it is a crucial time for you. So do not sit and revise so much of pre-seen where you're not actually focusing on your studies. So very clearly the ACCA body has said that not at the cost of your revision. You're not supposed to sit and study pre-seen to an extent that it's costing you your revision. Okay. Lastly, do not spend additional time again in the exam hall doing your research on pre-seen and answering everything based on your pre-seen. Your answers have to be coming from exhibits. Your answers has to be coming from the compulsory task that is provided to you inside your exam hall. Pre-seen will be more like a supporting document which will help you answer your task. So do not answer your task just using the pre-seen. Okay. Very clearly, I want to make it clear again over here. Using only pre-seen information to answer your compulsory task, you're not going to score marks. Using only exhibits, completely ignoring your pre-seen material, you will not score. You have to use your task information, the exhibit information in hand with your pre-seen to be able to answer properly. So please don't do this. Please make sure that you're balancing your pre-seen material. At the same time, you're not ignoring those tasks which are asked. So don't rely fully on the availability of pre-seen to answer your questions. So these are the specific don'ts which the ACCA UK body has told us that we need to follow. Before we move on to the time management part, there is one thing I want to highlight. Very clearly, we are informed that we are not supposed to carry out extensive further research on topics. But at the same time, we are also expected to familiarize ourselves with the pre-seen information. How are we going to familiarize on this? Let me give you a small example for this quarter. In this quarter, the case that has come is regarding your airline industry, in which specifically a mention of Corjet's organization has been given. Now, are you supposed to relate this Corjet's industry, this Corjet's organization, with a real life example like Qatar, or you say Indigo, or you can say AirAsia, or any kind of Vistara? No, that is not expected out of you. However, there are a few words like ASK. Okay, there are a few words like RASK. There are a few words like CO2 emission per passenger. You want to understand the meaning of these words so that you can apply it nicely in your paper and give a practical solution. Are you going to compare the entire case with a real life case? No. Very clearly, it is told to us that this is a fictitious example. This is a fictitious task which is given to you. It has no relevance with the real life scenario. So we do not want to do extensive research comparing it to real life, but at the same time, we want to familiarize ourselves with the present information such that we know the words, we know the meaning of those words, and we can also apply it nicely in our case. Okay. At the same time, there's also a request that has been made that you are going to craft your answers keeping present in your mind. Finally, let's move on to the time management aspect. Now, an SBL paper we know is for 3 hours 15 minutes. So 3 hours 15 minutes, when you convert into complete minutes, it is 195 minutes. So I want to divide this 195 minutes by 100 marks to see per mark how many minutes are allotted. So that amounts to 1.95 minutes per mark. Let's take an example over here. Say there is a question that has come for 31 marks. There's a question for 31 marks. So I want to multiply 31 marks into 1.95 minutes, which approximately amounts to 60 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to give 60 minutes for this question of 31 marks. Now, in this also, I would want to keep 25% of my time to reading the question and other 75% of my time maybe to write the question while I'm planning the answer as well. So what am I going to do is 15 minutes, that is 1/4 time, okay, 25% of the time will be allotted towards reading that question, and balance 75%, that is your 3/4 time, that will be allotted towards planning and writing your and typing your answer. So if you manage this way, you will be effectively be able to answer a 100-mark paper later in this manner. So many students have lost their SBL paper not because they did not know how to answer, not because they didn't know how to, write their case. They lost the paper because of time management. So my special advice to you would be to follow this kind of rule strictly and make sure you give every minute your best answer. Okay, with all this information, I hope this entire video was really informative to you. For more such content, please follow Zell Education, and all the best for your paper. Happy studying. Thank you.